In fact, a 7-year-old visitor from America, when faced with the huge crowds, shouted, "Rick Steves must be stopped." Rick thought that was pretty funny. You know what else he thought was pretty funny? This guy.
I'm Steve Ricks. Enthusiastic traveler and Euro nerd. Euro nerd. Euro nerd. Bonjour, mes amis. That means hello, my friends, in French. Hey, I'm Steve Ricks, itinerant extraordinaire and world's #1 Euro nerd. Today, I'm going to give you and your family some tips on traveling to Paris. Let's go!
That's Steve Ricks, an obvious parody of Rick Steves and one of the characters in a project called Team Marco Polo, produced out of Seattle. The producer was actually inspired by his own children.
My kids and my wife and I were on a trip to Europe.
Bill Jekyll's children had traveled too far to just sit in a hotel room.
And when it was time to go out to see the Eiffel Tower, they were not as interested in the Eiffel Tower as they were in the cartoon.
So the Seattle-based producer thought of a 13th century Italian explorer who might be able to help.
Buongiorno, ragazzi!
I wonder if there could be a show with a crazy character who maybe kids would be interested in. And that's how the idea came about.
Explore!
With some big assistance from actor Jonathan Wright as the title character,
Bonjour, monsieur.
Jekyll created Team Marco Polo. For the show's pilot episode, he worked with some child actors he found hanging around the house.
Bonjour!
His son Matt and daughters Sienna and Gabby.
And they love learning about the world. They love laughing.
They're cheap.
I don't think we had to be asked twice.
The travel and history show is aimed to inspire a young audience, but with plenty of laughs thrown in for moms and dads, too.
Box office bombs like a Britney Spears movie.
Wright plays a wide range of characters.
In France, we love art.
From Sister Wendy
Oh, hello, children.
to Professor Bombast.
And that's today's lecture.
With local comedic force Ethan Newberry mixed in for good measure.
We have about 16 different characters in the show.
Living la vida loca.
Call it guerrilla education. Team Marco Polo sets out to inspire and inform without kids actually realizing it.
You're gonna learn without even knowing. Sure.
I learned something.
Of course, the whole concept of television can be perplexing to the show's star, who grew up in the days before movable type.
The airwaves, so like they're in the air right now. Another thing, he gives me this cell phone and he tells me, hey, I can contact you from anywhere in the world on this little thing. How is that possible? I just don't get it.
He's from the 13th century.
And it goes up to space first.
Team Marco Polo is working hard to round up new fans on the web, where innovative and eye-catching clips have created a YouTube sensation.
A lot of times it's Marco going out into the streets and asking people about their life. And we get feedback from all over the world. In fact, Marco's huge in Italy.
That's what they tell me.
With a little help from their fans, Team Marco Polo hopes to take over the world, one kid, one country at a time.
How do you make it easy for them to learn about other cultures? And that's what this show is about.
I'm out of here.
Can we go with you, Marco?
Sure, of course. I love kids too. Kids and traveling. Traveling and kids.
Let's go!
In what may be a first for television, Team Marco Polo may just skip television altogether, vying for viewers instead on iTunes, YouTube, and DVD. When we come back, a look around this fascinating place, Pompeii. And later in the show, you may be looking at Major League Baseball's first female umpire. Stay with us.